Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Conversations with Chris and Cameron. Sadly, my co-host Cameron couldn't join me, but today we are joined by Nashville-based singer-songwriter Knox. We're going to dive into its debut album, Gone Gone Gone, plus its deluxe album, Gone 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 for Good, explore its journey from Dayton to Nashville, and even chat about his love for Kentucky sports. How are you doing?
Dude, I'm great, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate you having me on or having you on and, taking the time out of your day.
Of course, dude.
Yeah. So I want to start out with the biggest question ever. Everyone's losing their minds right now. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. How do you feel about it? Did it hit you harder than hearing your song on the radio for the first time?
I gotta be honest. It did not. It did not hit me. I'm sure my sisters and my mother are over the moon. When it comes to me, I congratulations. I'm stoked for them. That's all I got, though. That's all I got.
Yeah, I hear you. My girlfriend, like, as soon as she saw that, she texted me immediately saying, "Did you see the big news?" I'm like, "No," and then she just
It's
rapid texted
everywhere.
me. Yeah,
It's everywhere, man.
yeah. But now we're going to talk more about you. Want to congratulate you, of course, on Gone 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 that was released earlier this year. Your deluxe edition comes out this Friday. Can you share the inspiration behind your debut album?
Dude, I mean, to be honest, the biggest inspiration was just trying to make the best album that I could really. There wasn't like an exact like situation or a story that the album is like based on or anything, but it was just like the uh the like culmination of all the music I'd made before, and it was like the debut album. So it was really just like trying to, especially like having a song on the radio, you kind of have like a lot of eyes on you and a lot of expectation and stuff. So yeah, really I was just trying to make the best album that I possibly could have made at the time. And I hope I did that. I think I did that. I'm really proud of it. I love it. It's just like kind of a dream. It's like a childhood dream come true to just like make the album that I always wanted to. So it was yeah, man, it was awesome. It was fun and I
Yeah,
love it.
and I thoroughly really enjoyed your debut album. I mean, one of my favorite songs came closer to the end. Win Some, Lose Somebody, that's like one of my personal favorites.
Oh, dude, thank you, man. That one's very personal to me. So I'm glad I'm glad to see a song like that connect with people that aren't me because it is such like a personal song.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, what makes it so personal if you don't mind sharing?
Dude, just like I would say it's probably the realest song on the album. Just like I feel like I write I kind of feel sometimes like a fiction author where a lot of times I like to just come up with stories or I see like I see my friends going through stuff and write about it. Like I don't write a lot of stuff that happens to me. I feel like not a ton.
Mhm.
And so yeah, that was just like one song though that was just like pure thought, just pure feeling that got put to like words and put to music. And so yeah, that was like that was a personal one for us. I remember me and my buddies that we wrote it with, we were all like tearing up in the studio, like all stoked about it.
Yeah, and then of course there are a lot of great other songs from the album. I like, of course, Pick Your Poison. Could you talk about that song as well? I mean, it got a lot of views on TikTok whenever you
Yeah.
on there. Or
Yeah, man. No, that's just one of the songs that when you have a song on the radio, like not the 1975, it was just like, how are we gonna possibly like beat that?
yeah.
And so Pick Your Poison was like our attempt at trying to beat that. We didn't do it. We didn't beat it. But yeah, that's just a fun song. That was like probably the second song that was finished for the album. We made that one we made a long time ago. We made Pick Your Poison like almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Um and so yeah, it's been cool to see it like finally have its like day in the sun after sitting on my phone for so long.
How long do you think?
I mean it was probably on my phone for a year and a half
You're
for
in.
sure. Maybe even a little longer, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and speaking of, I remember I was this is not, towards you, but Jack Harlow. I remember this one girl like posted a story of, Jack Harlow in a club and it was an unreleased song and then it finally came out like a year later. I'm like, wow, it's crazy, that song was playing, at a club and it wasn't even released. Of course he was there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird how music works. Those the songs sit on your phone for a long time, and then when they finally become like the world's,
Hmm.
it's weird. It's a
Yeah,
weird thing.
I
Yeah,
hear you. Could you talk about your not the song not the 1975? I know you just mentioned it, but I mean, how
yeah,
did that come into play? And then, how were you reacting whenever it started to play everywhere on the radio?
dude. That was a song that man, I came up with. I wrote the chorus to Not the 1975, the majority of the chorus. I had the idea for the song Not the 1975 like right before my song Love Letter came out. So I had that idea for a long time.
Hmm.
Um and yeah, that was just a song that I was super confident in. I was like, I think this song is gonna like be the thing. And then to see it actually become the song that like changed my life was really cool because I always believed that it would be a song like that.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and it was wild, man. When you have a song on the radio and like everybody you know knows it, and they're walking into like Walmart or they're at the mall and they hear it playing. Like literally, one of my friends who just moved to Nashville yesterday was at Best Buy today, and he's somebody who I make a bunch of music with, and he's like, uh, I just heard Not the 1975 at Best Buy, so it still plays. So it's
Yeah.
crazy that it's still like out in the wild.
Yeah, I still hear it from time to time. I mean, that's how I, started to listen to you. I first heard the song Not the 1975 and I knew it was a major hit, and then I started to listen to your other music and, I completely love it.
Dude, thanks, man. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. I know we're talking more about your album. I know it mixes pop and rock influences. How did you decide on the balance between those sounds?
uh, dude, kind of. It was hard because I come from a very like I started writing music because I love pop music. I love Ed Sheeran. I like love One Direction. I love all that kind of stuff. Um, but my first couple songs were more like All American Rejects vibes. So I wanted to have enough songs that were like that if you listen to my music because you knew Sneakers and you knew Love Letter, I wanted to have songs for those kind of people.
Mhm.
And then I also wanted to have just like I kind of wanted to make songs like the DJ or voicemail, for example, or 50/50 that are a little more pop leaning, which those are the songs that I've always wanted to make. Like those are my kind of favorite songs. Um, so yeah, and then just having some in between. So it was kind of like a strange balancing act. But yeah, I just wanted to have a little bit of everything that I feel like if you didn't listen to this kind of music, no matter who listened to it, there was something on the album that you would have liked.
Yeah, and like I said, I definitely like the whole album. And then speaking of Ed Sheeran, I know you discovered music after hearing Multiply by him. Tell us that story.
Yeah, no, that was just the first album. Multiply was the first album that I remember hearing, and I was like, man, I feel like if I learned how to play guitar, I could write songs like that. Like, I feel like I could figure out how to write. And that was like the one album that really convinced me, which I say that, and I'm like, I've never written Thinking Out Loud in my life, but I was convinced enough that I could play a guitar and everything. So yeah, that album just like meant a lot to me, and I thought it was amazing, and it just made me want to really
Mhm.
pursue the thing, you
Yeah,
know?
and how long did it take for you to pick up guitar, and like what was the first song you played?
Dude, I started playing guitar when I was about 17, maybe. Like my senior year of high school, senior year of high school. I just learned how to play the A team. I learned how to play A team and don't. And I learned how to do that, and I was like off to the races, man.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
good old Oasis Wonderwall?
Oh yeah, I know how. Well, that one I didn't even learn that. I kind of learned. I never took my time to learn Wonderwall.
Hmm.
But like now that I know how music works, like I could play it right now, but I never learned. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a song that if you play guitar, you just know how to play.
Yeah, you just know that's what
Yeah,
everybody says. Like it's a easy song to pick up on if you know
yeah. It's like
guitar.
Wagon Wheel.
Wagon Wheel, yeah, that's
Yeah,
another catchy
yeah,
song for sure.
yeah.
Going back to the album again, can you share the creative process for songs like 50/50 and the DJ? And then do you have any funny or memorable studio moments?
Well, my funniest studio moment was that when we were making the DJ, somebody else in the room, hi Loki, somebody else in the room came up with the idea of She Always Knows the DJ, and we started writing it. And I remember thinking that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, and I was very annoyed. while we were making it. But then after a while, I started like singing it, and then we wrote the verses, and I was like, oh, okay, this is actually like a good song. But when we first started it, they were like, we should write a song called "She Always Knows the DJ," and I remember thinking to myself, like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But it turned out solid. Now I
Yeah.
love that song. It
Yeah, I
grew on
love
me
the
hard.
lyrics and the beat to it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. And then of course the deluxe edition drops this Friday. What can fans expect from White Knuckles? And maybe I do. I mean, I was listening to your Twitch stream. I couldn't get logged into my account, so I couldn't comment, but I was
Oh shoot.
watching it.
Yeah, no, dude, those are just two songs that I think kind of like, I wouldn't say hint is not the right word, but like I think the next wave of music that I'm gonna be putting out is like pretty pop leaning. A little more into that Ed Sheeran and One Direction world, like singer-songwriter stuff. And so these two songs that come out on Friday are very much like feelers for that. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll see how these songs go. If people like them, then we'll keep doing it. If not,
Mhm.
I'll probably keep doing it anyway. But at least I'll know.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm excited for them. I think people will like them though.
yeah. And then would you be like, gearing up to drop an EP or another album in the near future?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, after this is the first time ever since I started putting out music that once this deluxe comes out, I don't know what's next. Like I know what's next. Like I already know what my next album is going to be called, and like I kind of, but I don't have all of the songs, and I don't know when that's coming out. Like it could be 2 years from now, but it is something that I am already working on.
Hmm.
But I don't know in what way that's going to come out. Like I don't know there. I would imagine there's going to be songs next year, but I don't know in what form there are going to be songs.
I
So.
hear you. Can I
But
give
either
that?
way, there's a lot of songs that I'm sitting on that will be coming out. So
Well, I know everybody can't wait to hear that.
let's
Can I give
go.
the album name at all or no?
Oh no, I can't say no. I can't say that yet. No,
Yeah,
way too early.
way too early. I hear you.
Yeah.
Always gotta ask all the questions.
Dude, I will say though, my album name is out there. It is out there.
It is
If
out.
you looked hard enough, people could find it. It is out there in the world. But I can't say what it is yet, but
Okay.
it is
Time,
out there.
time to do some digging afterwards.
Try to do some dig. If you found it out, I'd be thoroughly impressed. But it is
Yeah,
out there.
yeah, it's out there. All right. Looking back, how do you think your songwriting approach evolved since I'm so good at being alone?
Dude, I feel like it's changed in every way. I just feel like I don't know. It's just like songwriting is just like anything else in life. Like it's no different than being like a basketball player or an athlete or just like whatever job you do. It's just like songwriting is just something that the more time you put in, the better you get at it. And so yeah, I feel like I've written 1,000 songs, all different kinds of songs. And yeah, I just feel like it's the exact same as how many jump shots you get up in the gym.
Yeah,
That's dependent on how your workflow
yeah.
turns out. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, are you excited for football season coming up?
Dude, I'm not huge on football, but like I'm always watching. I'll tell you what, if the Cats give me a reason to be excited, I'm all in, dude.
You're all
But
in.
yeah, I'm all in if they give me a reason. But it's been a while.
I know. Yeah, the
Yeah.
past couple of years have been awful. Hey, but UK has some motivated Mark Stoops this year, though.
Yep, you're right. I always got faith. I always got faith in my boys in blue.
Yeah, have you seen any of those memes?
No.
No, that's basically like the running meme in Lexington that, like, basically every time Mark Stoops had a press conference or was on the media, like during the off season, he kept just saying he was motivated, so it's become a running meme in Lexington.
Well, they're motivated then, baby. And if they're motivated, I'll be motivated. I'm in.
Yeah, and we're going back to your music. I
Yeah.
know from what I heard, you ran at least 7 miles while filming the song Treadmill. How did that experience shape the video or your performance?
Yeah, that was a long day. That was a long day. Yeah, they mapped out I had ran in total that day a lot. It was crazy. But that was honestly that was a fun yeah, that was a really fun. That was like the only like I don't want to say this like sounds like bad to all my other videos I've shot, but that was like the first ever and like my only like real music video where there was like a big set and a lot of costume changes and a lot of different shots and like a whole day from like 9 a.m. to 7. It was like a whole day worth of work. But it was fun, dude. It was cool to like do something like that. I never really done that in a setting. You
Mhm.
know, it's weird when I did that shoot and you show up and there's 30 people there making it happen, and it's like this whole thing to make your song happen is like a cool, it was like a dream. It was like one of those you always like hope you can be in a music video one day. It's like somebody who starts making songs. So it was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool.
I believe it was from Here It Goes Again, but did you have any like, like motivation from that music video?
So the original idea for the music video was actually I wanted to do the Here We Go Again music video, and I wanted to get my three bandmates, and we were gonna just do the dance, but to treadmill.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I couldn't get the other guys like our schedules and everything. It was too crazy to do, so I just had to do it solo. But that was the original plan was to do that music video. I'm like, it was gonna start off with like, so you know how the music video starts off with me putting the CD in?
Hmm.
It was gonna be me taking out Here We Go Again and putting in treadmill and then do it. That was gonna be the original idea, but yeah, we weren't able to do it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's where you got, your motivation to do
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was listening to your Twitch stream, going back to that. Why aren't you the biggest fan of I Don't Want to Know? I think it's a really
Dude, it's not that I am not a big fan of it. I love that song and I'm really proud of it, but I feel like that's one of the songs that just like it hasn't aged well with me. Like I'm 27 now. And so like the lyrics to that song and the chorus like is a 27-year-old that is in a really happy healthy relationship. It's just I don't know, it hasn't grown well with me.
it hasn't
um
grown.
yeah, so it's just like I just don't feel it as much, you know what I mean? Like it's one of those where it just doesn't. I don't know, it's a funny one, but
Yeah,
I'll still perform it. It's one of my like biggest songs and everybody loves it, so I'll
yeah.
always sing it. But
It is catchy. That's what I feel like.
yeah. Yeah.
So we're going back to 1975. It became your breakout hit. What was it like to hear on the radio for the first time for you?
Man, it's crazy. That's just like that's really the only way to describe it. It's just it's crazy to that's like what you dream about when you start making music is the goal is just to have a song on the radio that everybody knows. And so yeah, to see that it was just you just kind of feel like that's it, you did it. You know what I mean? Now obviously I still have a lot more to do,
Mhm.
but that's definitely like a huge milestone that I'm very like grateful that I've gotten to like check off.
I hear you
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
What was your first actual song you heard on the radio if it wasn't not the 1975?
Like just song in general.
Yeah, first song in general, like for you, I mean, like for your music.
Not the 1975.
What's the
Yeah.
first one? I
Yeah. That
thought it
was
might have been Sneakers.
no Sneakers was never. It may have got played on like Sirius XM, but not the 1975 was the first like, especially on like regular radio and not Sirius XM. Yeah, not the 1975.
Yeah, and just speaking of like, you had early TikTok success, and it helped you gain a real life fan base fast. How did you manage that sudden attention?
Uh, I handled it. That is for sure. But it was it's weird, man. It's weird when you go from being somebody that nobody has any idea who you are, and then all of a sudden you just feel like people are watching.
Yeah.
Um, so it was yeah, it was definitely like a life change. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's kind of the same with the radio. It's just like that's what you want. You want people to listen to your music, and that's just one of the things that comes with it. Like if you want people to listen to your music, then people are going to know you, and that's just like one of the prices that you pay. Which it can be a cool thing, and it can also be not cool. But it's more so, it's 9 times out of 10, it's cooler than it is not
Mhm.
cool. You know what I mean? Like literally this morning, I was at Starbucks here in Nashville with my girlfriend, and the girl working was like, "Are you Knox?" And I was like, "No way." I was like, "Yeah." So, yeah, in those moments, it's cool, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, how often does that happen to you, whether it be in Nashville or if you're going back home to Dayton or anywhere?
Not often. It happens more in Nashville. Like a lot of places in Nashville is one thing, but No, very rarely if I'm out in public. The only time it really happens is if I'm playing a show and people know I'm like in the city for the day, then it'll happen like, if I go get food by the venue, it'll
Yeah.
happen because people that are probably coming to the show are at the venue. But yeah, other than that, I live like a super normal life. Except for I went to a Kentucky game at last year, and it was the one where we went hit the buzzer beater against Oklahoma,
Oklahoma.
and I had to do vocals the next day, and so I wasn't allowed to scream. So instead, I took my shirt off, and somebody from the bottom of the arena like knew I was there somehow, and they took a video and posted it on Instagram of me with my shirt off. Yeah,
Wow.
it was funny.
Man, that sounds crazy. Was that the
Yeah.
ACC tournament?
Yeah, I was down here at Bridgestone, yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't know how they sniped. They were in the student section, and I was up top like high, and they sniped me, bro.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
yeah,
I never saw that video, but it sounds like crazy.
yeah, it was funny.
And then just talking a little bit more, we're going to talk about the opening for the band Camino early in your career. What was that experience like?
It was awesome, man. They're one of my favorite bands, like ever.
Mhm.
So for them to be my first tour, it was so sick. And now they're like, it's an honor to like call those guys friends of mine. I'm writing with Spencer Stewart from Camino this week. So yeah, they're awesome, man.
Yeah, and I first heard one of their songs a couple of years ago. I think I like you, I
Oh yeah,
and I've been a
yeah. They're a sick band, dude. They crush, and so yeah, it's cool that they like my music enough to take me on the road. So I appreciate them for that.
yeah, and then of course, if you continue to get big, then you'll be the second person performing. Like you'll have an opener, like some.
Dude, hey, I hope so. I hope so.
You will eventually for sure.
Yeah,
You're gaining that popularity. You make great music and everything.
thanks, man.
You're welcome. And I know you're also a big fan of sneakers. What makes that song stand out? And then, do you have any other personal favorites?
Um, Sneakers is a good one that is like special just because it like that is the song that like really changed my life because it's the reason I have a music career. That was like the first big song. But then Love Letter is for sure my favorite. Love Letter is awesome. That's like the one song that I feel like I'm still trying to write a song better than Love Letter.
Hey, not the 1975.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll
Yeah,
take it.
you'll take it. So now I'm getting a little bit personal with you. You're from Dayton, but now live in Nashville. When did you become a Kentucky sports fan?
Oh, dude, I've been a Kentucky fan forever. My grandparents are from Harrodsburg. So I grew up going to games. My grandparents were season ticket holders for 27 years. Until recently, actually, they stopped because with their age, they still live in Dayton, so they would drive down. Um, but yeah, they would drive down for every home game. So I just like grew up going to the games. Everybody in my family is like a diehard Cats fan. Uh, yeah, I've seen them. I mean, I've been at some of the craziest games. I was at the Elite Eight the year that they won when they played Baylor. Uh, I drove to the national championship in Texas when they lost to UConn. That was a really terrible drive back. Um, but I was there for that, and yeah, dude, I love Kentucky basketball, man. I love it more than anything.
Hey, you can't forget about Kentucky football, though.
No, I can't forget about Kentucky football, but I don't love them as much as I love
Yeah.
Kentucky basketball.
Yeah, I hear you. And I'm from Lawrenceburg, but my grandparents on my dad's side, they had season tickets, but we
Yep.
gave them up during COVID. Like basically after COVID, we gave it up just because it was getting too expensive for basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive for them season tickets, but man, is it worth it? I love going to Rep.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Wildcats team or moment that really hooked you as a fan growing up?
Oh, my favorite Kentucky Wildcats moment. It has to be. I have a picture of it right here above my head. Um, but Brandon Knight's shot against Ohio State only because growing up in Ohio, all my friends were Ohio State fans, and I watched that game with them, and they were giving me shit the whole time, saying like, Kentucky was gonna lose, and so that that's a big one. But that's a big one. I was at John Wall's first game against Miami, Ohio, and he hit a buzzer beater, and I was at Rupp Arena for that. That
Mhm.
was a good one. What else? I feel like I was at a crazy one recently.
The
Um,
Oklahoma game I know you just
well,
mentioned.
yeah, Oklahoma. Uh, those are the big ones. Those are the big ones that have stood out. But yeah, the Oklahoma one was epic to be there for. But honestly, the Oklahoma one wasn't as fun because they were up 12 with 60
Yeah.
seconds. So it was like I wasn't even like happy that they won because they should have won by 15.
Yeah, they should.
But they like really sent me through a wave of emotions that I did not appreciate.
Yeah, I was watching the game at KS Bar and Grill. I don't know if you've ever been there, but
I've not, but I know of the infamous KS bar. I want
yeah.
to go really bad.
Yeah, they just reopened today actually. They were
Really?
closed down this summer, like for
Oh man, yeah. I maybe this year I'll end up going. Maybe this year will be the
yeah,
year. But
but
yeah, I want to go. You ever been to Sawyer's though?
oh yes, I love Sawyer. So that's my dad actually knows the owner. They ran high or they did cross country together in high school.
That's crazy. My grandparents are friends with the owners as well, so we go in there. My sister worked there for a little bit. She was working there like last summer. But yeah, we go Sawyer Burger Kentucky game. Like
Yeah,
that's the tradition every time.
it is a great tradition. I went there probably a couple months ago, but I haven't been recent, but I'm always
Yeah,
craving a burger. There's another burger place that tastes exactly like Sawyer's in my hometown. It's called Taylor Bell's. They're known for their ice cream though at football
yeah.
basketball games.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had Taylor Bell's at all?
Well, I've had if it's the same ice cream that's at Rupp, then I
Yeah.
have because
Yeah.
that's like the thing at Rupp Arena. You gotta get it. You gotta get the soft serve, man.
Yeah. You're not wrong. And I went to high school with that girl. Like, that's the crazy part. She was like 2 years younger than me who run.
That's sick. They're
Yeah.
doing all right then. They're doing all right.
Yeah. Making a lot of money, making a
Oh
lot.
yeah.
Could he talk about, UK also winning the national championship in 2012? How was that feeling?
Dude, I mean that was one of the best. I'll tell you what, I think about that a lot. My biggest regret in my whole life is I went to my cousin's house to watch that game, and the biggest regret in my whole life, and it's because I would have been 14, maybe 13. My biggest regret in my whole life is that I did not watch that game with my dad. I think about it all the time. I wish I had stayed at home to watch that game
Yeah. I
with him.
remember watching it downstairs in the basement with my parents, and it was thrilling. My brother was at college at the time at WKU, but just exciting times.
I need it to happen again, man. I
Yeah.
need it so bad.
It's been over a decade since they made the Final Four. Crazy.
Crazy.
Like, I don't know how they lost in 2015 to Wisconsin. Like,
I don't even talk about that one. That one doesn't even exist to me.
you know what else is a bad loss to me?
What?
I turned 18 on the day that UK lost to UNC in the Elite Eight.
Oh, that's a brutal one. Luke May.
Luke May.
That's a brutal one. I was with my friends who were North Carolina fans, so that one hurt. And what hurts the most is if we had won that game, we probably would have won the national championship.
Yeah. Everybody, like, in Lexington thought, if whoever wins, like you were saying, will
Yeah.
probably win the national title. And no.
Yeah, that one hurt. That was a bad one.
Yeah. And can you talk about how do you follow UK football and basketball while touring? Like, any game day rituals you have?
Oh, no game day rituals, but there have been a couple shows that I have played. There's been a couple different shows that I've played where I've had my phone on stage, like behind my pedal board, so nobody can see it, and I'm like looking down watching. I think I played a show. I played a show the game we lost to Tennessee, right? This year. Yeah, we lost to
In the
Tennessee this
Sweet
year.
16, yeah.
That the first half of that game I had to watch on stage. My phone was on stage. I was opening for Waka Flocka Flame in Connecticut or something like that. Or up in Boston. And yeah, I had to watch the first half on my phone on stage. And then I finished and watched the second half.
Yeah.
Obviously, I tried to look away. It was a brutal second half. But yeah. Every
Oh,
now and again I'll have to whip it out.
yeah, I remember I was watching that game on my phone as I was driving up to Dayton to visit my girlfriend because the day of that game, the next day we were leaving for Florida for just a little trip,
Oh yeah.
get away from work, and it was just brutal, like watching that on the phone while driving up to
It
Dayton.
was horrible. It
No,
was
it was
horrible.
Daddy. I was going to my parent or my girlfriend's parents' house at that
Yeah.
point. But yeah, definitely a brutal loss. Who's your favorite current Kentucky player in football or basketball and why?
Otega, man.
Ortega. Yeah,
He's a
you.
dog. That's it. That's the answer, dude. Otega. He's a dog,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, what about Jaden Acquaintance though?
I'm excited. He's still hurt though. Is he gonna be able to play at the beginning of the year?
I hope so, but I believe he'll probably be playing around January, I would say.
Okay.
hoping earlier, but I'm expecting more like January for SEC play.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited for him. And what's the guy's name that transferred from Alabama? I can't remember his name. I'm blanking. Uh,
Muhammad Diabate.
yeah. He's gonna be nasty too.
Yep, and then
We're
Jalen.
we're in good we're in good hands, man.
Yeah, with good old Mark Pope. Is that your dog in the back?
Oh yeah, she's back there chilling.
Hey, do you know today is National Dog Day?
I did not. Did you know today's about you, babe? Oh, not you, babe. I'm an idiot. Not you. I was talking to the dog.
What's your dog's name again?
Loki.
Loki. How
Yeah.
long have you had Loki for?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. Well, since you now know it is National Dog Day, you've got to do something.
We gotta celebrate. I gotta get her a pup cup or something.
Yeah, for sure. Have you what was your favorite experience from either being at a Rupp Arena or Kroger Field game?
The John Wall buzzer beater at Rupp.
Yeah, John Wall.
Every game I've ever seen at Rupp, I've never really seen good games at Rupp because I was always the person in the family that, um, I was always the person in the family that kind of got I would get the exhibition game tickets,
Yeah,
or so I would see them play like, uh, what's the university down there? It starts with a T. Um,
he
in Lexington, it's like
Pennsylvania.
yeah. I would go see them play like them every time I went to Rupp.
Yeah.
I watched them one time. I watched them lose to Texas A&M at Rupp. That was a bad one.
Hmm.
But yeah, the John Wall Miami Ohio. That was probably the craziest Rupp
Yeah.
game I've been at. But I've been to some. I've been to a bunch of other crazy games, but not at Rupp.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll travel. I'm a
Yeah.
traveler.
You're a traveler. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you were in Knoxville for the Vandy game and that was awful for basketball.
Oh yeah, the Vandy game. But I went to Knoxville last year to watch them when Reed Shepard went for like 30. I was there with my dad in Rocky Top. That
Yeah.
was sick. That was really sick seeing a game there.
Yeah, and I know you've been mentioning John Wall, so maybe you or the fans watching this podcast should watch our latest episode with him.
You did one with John Wall?
Yeah,
That's epic.
that's like our latest podcast. Yeah, his PR team emailed like, media stations, and since I work in news, I
That's
talk to
sick.
him quickly. So
Let's go. I gotta check it out. Shout
yeah,
out John Wall, man.
yeah,
Go.
shout out John Wall. It was a quick interview, but 15 minutes is still a while.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Let's see. Has any Kentucky sports moments inspired your music, lyrics, or performances at all?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
One day though. One
Hey,
day I'm gonna write a song about Kentucky basketball.
yeah, I can't wait for that. Could you also talk about, performing in Lexington? I wish I could have gone out to that performance, but at that time, I'm still with my great girlfriend, but she actually had tickets for the Cincinnati Reds game, and Thomas Rhett was performing, and
Oh, got you. Yeah,
like,
no, dude. Lexington was dude. It was sick. I got to wear a Cats jersey on stage, which was like epic. Yeah, it was fun. I can't wait to come back. I'm gonna come back soon. It's gonna be
yeah,
sick.
yeah,
Yeah,
and hopefully I'll be able to see you perform. But
we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Don't
yeah,
worry.
it's like I've been wanting to see you perform. I've just been like busy every time.
Hey, that's life. That's life.
And you brought up watching UK while you were performing before Waka Flocka. I mean, how do you balance touring and also music commitments while keeping up with the games?
Dude, just like the thing about it, I make time. I make time for it. You know what I mean? But luckily, I will say most of the time when they're playing and stuff, most of the time I'm not performing. Most of the time.
Yeah, most of it.
Um, like I don't do a lot of shows on like Tuesdays, you know what I mean? Every now and again I will, obviously, but yeah, it's a little easier than you would think. Yeah, but I'm always watching like every night I'm always watching the KSR, the interviews, the post game talks, all the players, everything. So yeah, and I'm on Kentucky Sports Radio.
Mhm.
I mean pretty much every day,
Yeah, I
you
hear you.
know.
And whenever I was a young kid in middle school, I got to like, go in and shadow Matt Jones for a day, and that was exciting. Like I was
Oh, let's go.
12 or 13. I have like an old picture of me wearing glasses and having braces on. It was great.
That's sick. You ever met Matt Jones and them guys over there?
Oh yes, I see them all the time. Like I know this was like 2 years ago for football games. Like Matt Jones is a character. Like he's very funny. He'll tell you crazy stories all the time. Like I
Yeah.
won't, of course, name him since it's his business and everything. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they're pretty funny.
Heck yeah.
Ryan Lemon is a character as well. Like he's so funny. Like I feel like
Yeah.
he's probably like the funniest. And
Let's go.
of course, he
Let's go.
got Drew Franklin.
That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe you gotta hit up KSR. Maybe get on their podcast.
Like, let's go. I'll do a KSR podcast anytime.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Like that would be like the biggest audience.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite memorable shows recently from KSR?
Dude, yeah, we did. Columbus was pretty epic. Atlanta, Georgia was sick. LA was sick. And then yeah, and then I go to Europe in like 2 weeks, and our biggest show ever is going to be in London. So I'm really excited for London.
In London, how many people are you expecting in London?
It's like 1650, something like that. So,
About 650. Yeah.
yep,
Hey,
yeah. So that'll be fun. Other side of the planet. You know, that many people. It's gonna be crazy.
yeah. I remember I'm blanking on the artist, but I went with my girlfriend and her aunt recently. Why am I blanking on the artist? But they were performing somewhere in Michigan and it was like a little small, area, like an audience. It probably held, I don't know, a few hundred, I would say, but like I said, tickets were a little expensive, but it
Yeah,
was still fun.
dude, those small shows are a good time. I like doing them. It's
Yeah.
fun.
But what do you prefer, trying to play for the bigger audience eventually?
Oh, always the bigger ones. Yeah, the bigger ones are epic.
Yeah, I hear
They're
you.
epic.
If you could play at one dream venue tomorrow, where would it be or in the future?
Oh, the O2 Arena in London.
O2 Arena. I think
Yeah.
UC and Michigan played there a couple of years ago, I believe.
Really?
In basketball, yeah.
Oh, I actually think you're right. But yeah, I would love to play there. I did get to play. I got to play State Farm Arena, which was sick because it was the same arena where Kentucky beat Duke last year in the season opener. So
Hmm.
I like felt like I was like a part of the lore, you know?
I'm part of the lore, I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool.
And I know you've mentioned saying music as a short-term adventure before moving to songwriting for others. I mean, how does that perspective influence your career now?
Dude, I feel like to be the best artist you can be, you should be a songwriter. Like I feel like learning how to write songs for a million different people makes like my music better.
Hmm.
And yeah, so just being in Nashville, the whole goal was always just to be a songwriter. It was never to like be an artist. I'm lucky that I get to be an artist.
Hmm.
It all like kind of worked out. But yeah, my whole goal was just to like write songs and get good at the like creative side of things.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
has there been any big artists you've written for?
Um, there's a girl named Taylor Acorn. I wrote some songs on her album that's coming out, and I do a lot of stuff with this band Bill Murray, and I have a song with Hardy and stuff. So yeah, there's been a couple like good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're going back to Kentucky. Do you see yourself ever performing maybe at a Kentucky game someday, either at halftime or,
I'll
at
tell you, one of my life goals, I want to be the Y.
the Y?
I want to be the Y so bad at a Kentucky game. So badly. It's one of my life goals. I will make it happen.
That would be crazy if you do
Now,
get to be the Y.
that would be epic. I'm going to make it happen, I promise.
Well, I
If
believe,
Drake can be the Y, then so can I, you know?
yeah. Well, I believe the BBN believes in you that you'll be the Y one day in the near future for sure. Do you have anything else you would like to add? I know you're
Dude,
talking about the album maybe coming out in a couple of years, but
yeah. Dude, I mean, for now, just go listen to my deluxe album that comes out on Friday this week. Comes out August 29th. Two brand new songs. And other than that, maybe I'm coming to Lexington soon. I don't know. But if I am, you guys should get tickets and you should pull up. And
yeah,
if it was at Manchester Music Hall, you guys should definitely pull up because it'd be lit.
yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and if not in Lexington and it's a nearby, state, Ohio, like
Pull up.
Natty, pull up for sure. I'm
Yep.
gonna definitely try and make it out
Let's
to one of your
let's
concerts.
go. Yeah, we'll get you there, bro.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Thank you so much, Knox. I appreciate your time and I hope you have a great rest of your evening and night.
Hey, you too, brother. Go Cats, baby.
Go Cats! Woo!
Yep. Peace.
Peace.